What books did Herbert Marcuse write? If you are curious about the works of Herbert Marcuse and how they relate to the origins of communist ideology, you are in for an interesting discussion. Marcuse was a significant figure in Marxist philosophy and social theory, particularly associated with the Frankfurt School. His writings critically examined society, culture, and Marxism, providing a unique perspective on advanced industrial societies. One of his early works is titled Hegel's Ontology and the Theory of Historicity, published in 1932. In this book, Marcuse explores Hegelian philosophy and its implications for historical materialism. This work laid the groundwork for his later thoughts on Marxism. In 1936, he wrote Studie über Autorität und Familie, which translates to Study on Authority and Family. This study reflects on social authority relations within capitalist societies, particularly focusing on family structures. Another important book is Reason and Revolution, Hegel and the Rise of Social Theory, published in 1941. In this work, Marcuse analyzes the development of social theory through Hegelian philosophy and Marxism, emphasizing the dialectical method. In 1955, he released Eros and Civilization, a philosophical inquiry into Freud. This book combines Freudian psychoanalysis with Marxist theory, critiquing capitalist repression and envisioning a non-repressive society. Marcuse's Soviet Marxism, a critical analysis, published in 1958, critiques the Soviet interpretation and practice of Marxism from a Western Marxist standpoint. Perhaps his most famous work is One-Dimensional Man, Studies in the Ideology of Advanced Industrial Society, released in 1964. This book critiques consumer capitalism and discusses how it leads to one-dimensional thought, suppressing critical and revolutionary consciousness. In 1965, he wrote A Critique of Pure Tolerance, which includes his influential essay, Repressive Tolerance. In this essay, he argues that tolerance in capitalist societies can maintain domination by allowing oppressive ideas to persist. Negations, Essays in Critical Theory, published in 1968, is a collection of essays addressing various aspects of critical theory and social critique. In 1969, Marcuse published An Essay on Liberation, which explores possibilities for social liberation beyond capitalist constraints. He also released 5 lectures that same year discussing philosophy, society, and liberation. His work Counter-Revolution and Revolt, published in 1972, discusses the dynamics of revolutionary movements and counter-revolutionary forces. Lastly, in 1978, he wrote The Aesthetic Dimension, Toward a Critique of Marxist Aesthetics. This book examines the role of art and aesthetics in revolutionary change and Marxist theory. Marcuse's writings critically address how capitalist societies maintain control through ideology and culture. They propose paths toward liberation aligned with communist ideals. His work has influenced many leftist and radical movements, especially during the 1960s and 70s. Marcuse's books encourage readers to examine societal structures and the potential for revolutionary change, making them essential texts for anyone studying communist theory and practice.